So here we are at the L4 colony where Quattra's dad was moided. You on the Ptolemy ST. Lady is now fucking so Shin's here talking about Lady and Tracy's assistant Lady, who's now declared herself a saint. And they talk about how she thinks she's doing. Oh, this fucking thing. It's the third time I told it to friggin' stop. Yeah, she thinks she's continuing Tracy's work. Probably like actually doing the opposite of what he actually wanted based on what everybody that's actually met him knew of him. But it's unlikely anything will change on that front, because as long as she's still got a job, she's still doing the diplomacy stuff, and she's not going to do anything that will cost her and Trez a job unless she wants to end up like disgraced like he has been. 4 of the 5 Gundam boys are now in Ozzy's hands, and where's friggin' you are Quatra hero. And Wu Fei, the only one who's not is Choa, because he's probably fucking dead. But Kira says, hey, Choa might still be alive. And he might be within range of the trade routes between space that, you know, go between Earth and the colonies, so maybe he'll even get picked up. And the Celestial Beings network will find him if he does get picked up, so don't worry about it. Yeah, it might be alive. Oh, totally dead. Hey, Time Life, how you doing? And here we have a new. He's like, howdy, Gundam fellas. What the fuck? Shit, boy, duh. And she's the new helmsman for the Ptolemy. And she's called a new Returner. First name Anu, surname Returner. And Liu Mei scouted her, because apparently she's really friggin' good. And then Shin is, and then Lock-On here is explaining that Scout. It's like, yeah, they got so the Zexis people like didn't really understand the extent to Celestial Beings operation, and now they've got people everywhere, and they got secret bases where mobile suit development's still going on. And speaking of robots, there's that whole thing with that new Gundam that Quattro was in, the Wing Gundam Zero, and having the Zero in it. Like, I mean, Hero's Gundam was the Wing Gundam, and this is the like having Zero in it makes it sound like it's a prototype. And that seems a bit weird that that's around. Ian here's like prototype zero prototype, because as Ribbons mentioned last time, he's like, there's only one Zero Gundam, because while we've got the 00, there is also just the regular O, which is just the 0. There's only one O, and that's the prototype. Like, the original Gundam in 00's world was the O Gundam. So Ian's thinking hard about it, and he's still trying to figure out, like, what the deal is. And then Saji here comes up and he's like, yay, we got the Sandrock. Wow, he's like, yep, got the new Sandrock. Quattra's Gundam, apparently dropped off by someone who said they were his sister. But time to fiddle with it. He's like, hell yeah, I love to work on Colony Gundams. I love Gundams, they're good. And Saji is like, he says he's really looking forward to it, but he's still trying to figure out the deal between the Colony Gundams and Celestial Being Gundams, and why they're both called Gundams but are totally different. And then, you know, the other fellas. All we need once we've got the upgrade, though, is Quatra himself. Hi, Anshua, how you doing? Bania. Yeah, so now all we need to complete the Sandrock is that Quatra boy, and he's in fucking prison. Yeah, but everyone's like, he'll be back and he'll be fine, don't worry about it. Unlike Troa, who's dead. But Setsuna has been struck by a new thought, though. It's a Gundam that twisted Quattra's gentle heart, and those who build and maintain the things are partly to blame. What do Gundams signify anyway? What the heck? But he's going to the mission to infiltrate the Oz base and hopefully get the boys back. And maybe he'll be able to unlock the mystery of Gundams before the next set of equipment arrives. I'm doing alright, I got an upset tum-tum. In said Oz base is Lady Une. And she's talking to Miliardo, having a good time. And he's like, Zex Marquis is dead. But he's claimed his rightful name of Peacecraft once again, but he's not going to return to the Sank Kingdom. His homeland has a more than capable ruler left in his sister Alina. So he set his mind to wandering around in space until he figures out what he is going to do. Hanging out with one of Trace's closest confidants has illuminated the way a little bit. And both Lady Une and Miliardo agree that humans must reclaim their penchant for fighting with their own hands. And she's just like, go wherever you want, do whatever you want, I don't care, do it. Study as much as you can, my good friend. So he just gets to go around doing whatever. And here's Subarov, who's analysing the captured colonial Gundams. And in the Zero's cockpit, he finds some sort of mental modification system that messes with the pilot. You can't figure out how it works or what it's for. And then suddenly, he's surprised when Billy Kadagiri walks in. And Mr. Bushido. And Billy is the engineer that A-Laws have put on looking at the Gundams. And Mr. Bushido just... Okay, so Subarov says that the only reason that Billy has any ranking in A-Laws is because of nepotism, because his father's high up. And Mr. Bushido is like, you shut your fucking mouth, I'm Mr. Bushido, shithead. And then Subarov's like, alright, well, whatever, I'm not going to mess with the crazy man in the mask. Sure, just do whatever you want. You can even get the scientists who built the fucking thing if you want to talk to. And Billy's like, no, I will use my own imagination to guide me to start with. Which is what he says there. Imagination. And Subarov's like, yeah, it's gonna do a whole lot, buddy. And then walks off. And then Billy explains to Mr. Bushido that Subarov is a long-standing rival of Billy's mentor, Rafe Eichmann. And considering Oz has gone down the toilet pretty quick, not surprising that there'll be some animosity. Then Mr. Bushido says that he's not fond of his name, but his determination to make a break with his past is keeping him from going back to his real name. And then Mr. Bushido's like, I'm Mr. Bushido. By the way, I don't like that name. I gave it to me. I gave it to me myself. I made it up, but I don't like it. I'm an idiot. Poor Mr. Bushido. He's got problems. But he's come with Billy to get a good look at the faces of his enemies, the Gundams, and their pilots. Well, everything isn't going to try and fucking murder him. But it's a good break. It's fortunate because Billy has had a way of he's hit a wall in his efforts to make Bushido's mech really good. Just increasing the power output isn't enough to beat the twin reactor units. Need something to counter the GN drive's power output. And it's like, yeah, I want to do a Trans Am, buddy. I got to do the Trans Am. But he's going to do it real hard because he feels betrayed when his friend Lisa Kujo turned out to be a celestial being, and he's mad as hell. He can't bring himself to hate her, just feels betrayed. But research is the only solace he has. Poor Billy. And his healing. And this one at the top is Bring. Mr. Bring, surname Stabity. Bring Stabity. It's meant to be Bring Stability, but he just ends up Bring Stabity, so he sounds like a wild dude. But they're like, do you think that dude can really, like, figure it out? Do you think he can really come through and figure out the bullshit? Their mission is to keep the Zero, which Ribbons has apparently taken a liking to, safe. And they did a weird glowy eye thing there. But Miliardo's come over to say hi to Mr. Bushido, and he's like, it's me, Miliardo Peacecraft. You may know me as X Marquise. I'm not wearing the mask anymore. And Mr. Bushido's like, yes, but I will still wear mine. And in the prison is Hildy. And she's just bought some food for the Gundam boys. And Juro's like, hell yeah! Brilliant, thanks, I'll take that. And she says, food here for 3? He's like, yeah, no, the other 2 just don't... They're not in a mood to be disturbed right now, but thanks for the service. I was like, what they up to? It's like, well, one's deep in thought and one's just, like, meditating, and I've got strict orders not to interrupt. And then Duo, even without being able to see her face through the door, he can tell from her accent that she's from the colonies, and he asks why someone from the colonies would join Oz. And she says that Lady Une has given the colonies both freedom and pride. And seeing as that's what Duo was fighting for, maybe that should put him on the same side. But Hildy doesn't fall for his bullshit. But then he's like, but if you don't agree that we should be on the same side, maybe you should think about who your enemy actually should be, though. And he says there's the L4 colony people. They got blown up for disagreeing with the Federation, right? Is it really a good idea to trust that government who made conditions so bad that regular girls like you, Hildy, would join the army? And now these 2 are going to become good friends. And Duo's just like, well, anyway, look forward to talking to you again tomorrow, as long as I'm still alive. Hope I don't get executed. See you later, lady. I'm Duo Maxwell. And she's like, Hilda, whatever, it doesn't matter what her name is. The important thing is that their relationship's good. And it goes places. So, I'm up early today. I've been up since friggin' 3 AM. It sucks. But Mr. Bushido and Miliardo are having their little talk, and they're finding many similarities between themselves. And Miliardo's like, yeah, it's weird how, until you see it from the outside, you don't really notice the blonde man mask thing so much. But his eyes show that he's finally found his path, but Bushido still feels lost. When suddenly Billy just fucking screams. He's like, Katagiri. It's like, what? What's wrong? And he's like, he got in the Gundam, and it's like, ah, the woman! And he's yelling about Kujo using him. She was using him all along. It's like, Katagiri, what's wrong with you? He's like, the woman, she was using me. She was just using me as bullshit. Oh, I hate her. All she did was, she's betrayed me. And then Bushido's like, you got in the Gundam's cockpit, and then what? What? He's like, it's okay, Graham. Like, he says his name even. He says, it's okay, Graham. Yeah, he says, what did you see in there? He's like, don't worry, I've not gone crazy or anything. He says, in that Gundam, the Zero system. It's expanded my consciousness infinitely. And now he thinks he understands both the Lisa Kujo and the Trans Am system perfectly. He needs more data. More data! And he tells Graham to rejoice. Because what they need to do now is put them into the cockpit and start recording. And he's just flipping his shit, and then Bushido's like, oh, Katagiri, you seem to have fallen even further from grace than I. But basically, Billy got in, did the weird brain thing that Subaroff said. He was like, well, that does mental modification on the pilot. You put that thing in, don't know what that's for. And then Billy went in, turned it on, and now he's lost his shit. But this is the G called Zero. So here's Setsuna double mission. Distract people from Tierria's infiltration of the base and probe its defensives. And his healing. He's like, oh, look at that party boy. That Gundam. And they put Duo in the Zero. And his orders are to win, or all his friends will be executed. And Duo's like, oh, this doesn't seem like too brilliant. This isn't maintaining proper order. And all the cords he's got plastered all over his body don't make piloting any easier. But Billy is like, yes, I'm going to get all the data on what the Zero system does. Hell yeah. And Duo is like, Zero system? He's like, yeah, gonna get loads of data on it. He's like, oh, I don't want to fight that dude. Oh, what would Esther say if she saw this? Oh, jeez. And here's the professors from the colonists who invented the other Gundams, and yes, this one. And they're like, ooh, the GN drive and the Zero system are gonna face off. Ooh, don't like that. But also interesting. Maybe this was fated to happen from the moment they left Celestial Being. And then Setsuna tries to contact the Zero, but Duo's not allowed to talk back to him, so he's got no idea who's piloting it. And Duo's like, sorry for what I'm about to do, buddy. If I win, I'll take responsibility. And here's a good one. By the end of turn 6, defeat 60 or more enemies. Is the SR point. But Setsuna does do 1 million damage to Gundams, so that's sort of his deal. Oh, this Gundam, the power, the speed, what the heck? Sorry if I actually kill you, buddy. Yeah, like this route split has got 2 stages that are kill loads and loads of enemies. So you get all the big money, but the other one's cooler, so it's canon. Okay, and there is a secret at this stage that obviously we're not going to get to keep, but I'll do it anyway. Is it bottom right? Okay, it's upper right. Okay, so it's just where the scientists were. That is released then. Fucking hell. Okay, blow up that boy. Perfect, brilliant, excellent. Duo's like, oh jeez! With Quattro and Wu-Fei's lives on the line. Okay, with Quattro's life on the line, I gotta try much harder. So he gets all excited, and Setsuna's like, alright then, Trans Am, buddy. And Mr. Bushido's like, oh, the light from the GN drive. And Billy's like, ah, yes, perfect, more data on the Trans Am. Now I'll know all of it. But Mr. Boy going Trans Am, you hear from the Kling Kling Bling Blongs, the Zero system activates, and now the scientists wonder if Setsuna will prove worthy of his twin drive suit. And then Dr. J says that the entire point of the Zero system is to find out exactly that. And now Duo's just Setsuna now senses the same sorrow that he felt when he fought Quattro. He's like, oh shit, it's Duo! And then Duo's hooting and hollering and beating the shit out of him. He's like, oh jeez, this dude, he's so fast, what the heck? Am I doing this for the colonies? And she's like, wow, he's whew. And then Billy's like, the Zero system, I see! It responds to the pilot's brainwaves and enhances their combat abilities, or rather, expands their consciousness on everything. And then Billy just babbles and says that it shows the pilot their future. Of course, that's really stressful, and if anyone exists who could withstand that, then that person would be inhuman. And Duo's flipping out, hooting and hollering. He's like, where are my goddamn enemies? I want to get them all. And Healing's like, wow, look at that pilot, he's out of control. Setsuno's no choice but to cut the Trans Am's limiter. Yelling to Duo. He's like, alright, yeah, here we go. He's got to cut the Trans Am's limiter. Here we go. And instantly, the grief radiating from the Zero changes. And he and Duo can feel their consciousnesses mingling together. And Setsuno just tells Duo to get a hold of himself. And to not let the machine win. He's like, oh, dang it! And Duo, being the one sensible boy, mostly, he forcibly evicts the Zero system from his mind, and Billy's like, holy shit, what the heck, that ain't right. And Dr. J is like, oh yes! Both pilots have passed the Zero systems test. And these idiots talk about Vader's piloting choice has actually worked out, and it's given them renewed hope. And the Duo is like, wow, if anybody could actually master this, they'd have to be superhuman. Holy shit. And then Billy's like, Duo XL, return to base. He's like, all right, Setsuna, I'll be right back. You hold on for a second. So he goes back in, and now these idiots, the innovators, are like, ah, yes, you've got Setsuna right where we want him. Ha ha ha, idiot. But we got back up, baby. Why are the scientists so weird in the face? Just got weird faces. Scientists for you, innit? Do weird shit, don't care about stuff like appearances and ethics. But we're here and we're gonna have a good time. How's Thierry? Yeah, he's doing alright, don't worry about it. There he is. Wow! Yeah, Papa? Yeah, it's fine, we got it. Get into position. And now Tsunragi just tells everybody to take out as many mobile dolls as we possibly can. Innovators of mobile suits too. Let's go, let's go. And then we pull in out at the end of the turn that the SR point is for. Sloppy Parent, no, they just sort of connected perfectly with each other. He's fucked up. News hype connection, but with a transmission medium of fart sparkles. Fortunately, the BLN is not a Gundam, and thus does not get wrecked by Setsuna. This is the double O. Now he's going to support himself. Sword become gun. roasted. Celebi, annihilating the target. I mean, gave it a good shot, buddy. And then got fucking... Yeah, he's got big prevail, he's good. Are you not going to build the sponsors? Yeah, like, I can give it to anybody. Like, currently, Apollo does. But the only people who have it naturally is Amuro. And only Gundam guys tend to be like the super high skill dudes to manage it. It's just that Aquarian's fucking busted as shit. Banjo has got really high skill, so he can do it too. Double solar fist action. Blammo, double punched. Here comes this hit. These shoulder boomerangs. Yeah, the Chris bonus uses the highest tribute across the three dudes. Like, even like, it's busted because holy shit, it means that you can just pour everything into the stats for the back two, and because there is a de facto best setup as well, which is the three we've got. We'll get a different Aquarian in Z3, and that you can swap between all of the pilots whenever you want, not just before you deploy. They can get teleported in, and they all have different spells, but they share the SP pool. So they'll have like 60 points, but they'll have like 30 different spells to spend on it. But each one gives a special power to it as well as the stat sharing things. So there's not as a de facto best one in that one. Like, there's one that I like the most, but it's not de facto number one. Like, obviously bar none. And it automatically puts in whoever you want as well for the like, when you do a move, if a move requires a set of 3 pilots, it doesn't matter, it just goes, alright, for this attack that person's in, and they teleport back out so you can have your setup again. Instead of regular Aquarian where it's like, well, I mean, there's that move that only Pierre can do, and there's the move that only Sagumi and Jun can do, but you're never going to put them in it because they're shit and they're not the best move. Speed up the bug man. Like, it always has the same actual regular pilot man, like Apollo is the only one who can be the thing. And it's a similar problem in that the main one's the best one. And if you don't do the secret special route split, one of the forms loses like its 2 best attacks and it just becomes garbage because one of the dudes fucking dies. And it's just trash, it's just bad without him. but it's not as ridiculous. But like main dude, his power is he makes it S rank. He makes it fly and have S rank, and it can normally fly anyway. But the other two forms can't, like the shooty form and the sword form. They can't fly normally, so that's nice. There's one lady who increases SP regen for everybody. There's a dude who adds armor down to all attacks. One dude's barrier pierce. One is health and energy regen. One dude is predict. Like he just gives you increased accuracy and evasion. One lady is just more damage. One lady is she reduces the will of everyone around her by 3 because she's disturbing. Because she's a rotten girl and she likes to imagine boys kissing, and she does a thing where she wiggles her fingers in a very lewd manner. Yeah, like the best setup, I think, is armor down man. Oh, and one lady gives them double image, just a chance to automatically dodge no matter what. And so I think the de facto best setup is definitely her for the double image, and then it's either SP regen lady or armor down on every attack guy. And their ace bonus is just, it automatically applies no matter what, whether they're in the front seat or not, which is all good. So you have a reason to ace them all. The problem is, you can't put any of them except for the main 3 in the simulator, so you have to do it the hard way, and it sucks. Because the lady with the SP regen starts with 0 kills. So you've got to get her all the way up the hard way. Like main guy also starts with 0 kills, but he's main guy, so that helps a lot. Nope, no proud easy then. Nope, nothing like that. You gotta do it the hard way. I think the only people that aren't aced in those E3 are like 2 of those guys, where I just haven't used them, and probably never will because their abilities aren't that useful. So I had to get that lady like 70 kills. She sucks at fighting, she's really shit at fighting, and her robot doesn't have any like good post-movement attacks. So for her to really like explode, you gotta get her hitting away first, and it's like, oh jeez. Oh, jeez. And because she has 0 kills, every time you start, she gets 0 added on. Like, at least the others, they start with 20, and then next playthrough they'll have that 20 again. But she's just like, nope, you gotta earn every single one of my bops, fuckface. And I did, because I'm a good boy. Flame up. Fucking Luna. She loves drills. Can't wait to find out what the drill boys have been doing inside Africa, inside the big bubble. No, Esther. You do get to gain. It's alright, this is the R stand for revolving, because that's what drills do. I can't believe R in R rating stands for rude. It's rude. It's too rude. Too rude for TV. R rated. Roha. Piercing through. All you need is fire and pierce. And that boy got him. Pick it off a rowdy. Damn, they are rowdy. Okay, meanwhile, Subaroff is like, oh geez, they're murdering everybody out there. Well, all the robots at least. And he's like, we've got to use the mobile doll system. And Lady is like, no, that'll make this war even more meaningless. I understand now why Trey's hated the mobile doll system. Trey's loved everything about people, including how their deaths made all their emotions immeasurably more vivid. And it's in the facing of death that warriors achieve their true form, and that form lights the path to the ultimate, to Shinka, the Supreme. And the mobile dolls have not somehow surpassed death, they're just a cowardly expedient for shifting it from its rightful bearer. And Subaroff is like, alright, you sound like you want to lose though, if we don't use them we're going to lose. And she says that winning and losing doesn't matter, it's the fighting, the striving that matters, that purifies body and soul. And makes recompense in due course to all the souls lost along the way. And Subaroff's like, I don't know, you fucking lose the... Oh, Jesus Christ, lazy. Just... And then Lady is like, kill me, idiot, just kill me, as one warrior to another. We are now ideological enemies, and Subaroff is just like, oh, Jesus Christ. And he shoots her and it's like, holy shit, it's crazy. Friends betrays whatever, I'm off to go activate my Devil Gundam. And now Lady Une's laying there, dying. And she's like, wow, the uncertainties of this world drive the pure-hearted to despair, but those who can maintain their hearts. Wow, please go on fighting. And let me to continue to love you. And then just fucking dead. So anyway, Duo and Hildy are helping Quattro and Wu Fei out because they got directions to their mechs from the Doctor Nerds who made it. And that's a good thing because the devil that he mentioned is some Destroy Gundams, which the Seed Destiny people know all about. And they're fully linked to the mobile doll system. And Kira's like, this is bad news, this is real bad news. Wait, that's Duo! And Wu Fei! And he's like, howdy. So here's Wu Fei. And they're getting Quattro's right, his Duo. Here's Hildy. And she's seen enough as Exes to know that we're definitely the good guys on this one. So she's going to hang out with Duo forever now. And here's Quattro, he's like, yeah, it's alright, what's going on? He's like, hey, we got this new robot for you. There you go, boom, nailed it, new ride. So Duo's like, look like you... So yeah, so Quattro's like, Duo, your ride looks like it's had a power up. It's like, yeah, the Gundam scientists used all the government funds and upgraded all of our rides. Don't worry about it. It's good. Like, well, they're certainly wild. Sandrock, lend me your strength once again. Let's go, Nataku. So now they're in new rides. Here's the Ultron. It's got 2 dragon arms instead of just 1. Here's the Sandrock. It's just bigger and meaner than ever before. Like, it's pretty much identical, just better. And here's the Death Scythe, who has these big wings. Like, they fold down in front of it like the Crossbone Gundam cape, but it flips up and it's also got a Fritz helmet for some reason. And also its scythe is now like 2 beams for some reason. Yeah, the Dragon Arms flamethrowers, they also are, yes. And he'll be in a Taurus, and she can't transform it. It just turns automatically to do the thing, and it's a repair robot, and it sucks, and she's not very good either. But she ought costs free money, I guess. And they got their new theme song. I wanna say it's not just communication. That's the other one they had. I don't fucking know. It don't matter. Who cares? Rhythm Emotion is the new one. Sure, brilliant. Giddy safe. That was a close one, yeah? He's this idiot who's gonna get blown up because he sucks. Yeah, you tell him. Oh, he's seething. There it is. Let's go. Shin does a lot of damage on counterattacks, it turns out. And now he's seeding, so now he's even cooler. Now he might be level 1 cold. Nah, 0. multiplied is still 0. Just because he's 0 times 1.2 doesn't mean he's ranking on any charts. Punch this dude to the moon, which means not that far. Just punch him all the way around, I guess. Yeah, it's half as much juice, so I can do it already. So we're going to take this one. Show what we can do. We'll target the enemy with the missiles. And she does it. Soul Gravion's worst fucking attack. The most boring. Flowers normally go over there.